Dozens of new jobs are headed to Fort Smith after a 50-year employer announcing expansion plans. The move is the latest local manufacturer to announce growth in the past 14 months. Lance Turner now joins us, the editor of Arkansas Business. And Lance, the news this week involves a global HVAC company.
That's right. Yeah, we're talking, of course, about Rheem, which is the global manufacturer of HVAC systems and water heaters and other products. It already employs about 1,000 people in Fort Smith, but it's getting bigger. The company announced on Monday it's going to invest about $20 million in that 52-year-old plant it has on South Zero Street. And as part of that plan, it aims to add about 100 workers, a mix of production and office employees. And as everybody knows, Rheem has been operating in that part of town since 1970. And like many manufacturers, it's seen expansions and contractions. You know, it laid off around 200 people in the years following the 2008 financial crisis. But with this expansion, the company is aiming to create more production capacity and also make its facility and its grounds a little more improved.
Rheem, not the only one announcing an addition. Another longtime Fort Smith employer doing the same thing. Tell us about that.
Yeah, that's right. We're talking about Owens Corning, and that company, which has been operating in town since 1984, is mounting a $24.5 million project to expand its facility on Planters Road. That move's going to add 70,000 square feet plus new machinery and about 50 jobs. This is interesting because it's actually an expansion of an expansion. Last year, that company announced plans to add a 550,000 square foot new facility next to its old facility. And so this kind of builds on that. And all of this stuff is going to start coming together about the middle part of next year.
All this obviously is very good news. What is driving all of this?
It's a combination of a lot of different factors. In the case of Owens Corning and Rheem, you've got some aging facilities that needed upgrades, but also those companies are in industries that are expanding and under a lot of demand right now. So they really got to ramp up some production. In terms of some other developments, you know, Mars Pet Care last year announced a warehouse expansion of its facility. And you're seeing a lot of companies building out warehouse space, mainly to make sure they've got the supply in hand to meet the demand that they're experiencing. And then, of course, Hytrol is another high-profile expansion in Fort Smith. You know, its conveyor systems, which actually power distribution and warehouse centers across the country, are under great demand. And so that's why it's chosen Fort Smith to expand its operations there. So a lot of different factors. Fort Smith, though, a manufacturing base for a long time on Arkansas, and it remains so today.
Yeah, a lot of things good happening in that area, no doubt about that. Lance, thank you so much for joining us today. And again, you can read more about these expansions on arkansasbusiness.com.